very brief video today on another way of monitoring, an alternative way of monitoring on your Pyxis 6K. It is going to be quick because I've already done the SDI Protocol video. If you want a bit more depth on that or a reminder, I'll link it above and below. Go and check it out, and you'll understand what I'm saying when I say protocol. This time, however, we're talking about HDMI to the USB-C display port. The caveat is follow SDI Protocol. Again, if you don't know what that is, I'll leave links to my other video down below, and go and check that out before attempting to do this. But this is a really cheap, quick option, and HDMI monitors are available widely at really low cost. So this might be the missing link you need for your Pyxis to really make it operable. I also think this is going to be great for like coming out of gimbals, HDMI and all those other little nitbits where you might want to place this camera, until I really recommend you only do this until the actual monitor comes. When the actual monitor comes, the whole SDI thing, the whole what I'm about to tell you, all goes out the window. Everything's fine. It's going to have internal protocols for safety measures and all that jazz, no problem, unless they tell us otherwise. So waffle over, how are we doing it? Same as with your SDI Protocol, we're going to power, lead, no different. So I've already got a V mount in on the Pyxis and it's hooked up via AC. Camera's now powered on, they're both powered on. So we've done the power, and now we'll do the lead, and it's exactly the same as the other video for the SDI Protocol. It's no different. HDMI into your monitor, make sure that's in, and then HDMI into your Pyxis. And then you'll find that after a minor boot up time, you get a Pyxis display. In my testing, what I found is a marginal amount of ghosting in high key situations, so where you've got like a window glaring at your camera that's slightly more exposed than anything else. Ghosting is when you power down and you can see the image marginally like a ghost there, and that's normally due to power residue left over in the capacitors, which is why we follow protocol. That's how much power's being stormed up in there. It normally goes away within a few seconds, so it's not a massive issue. That might also be to do with the fact that this is a heavily used janky ass old HDMI monitor. It's actually my courtesy monitor. If you don't know what that is, just briefly, when we're filming a lewd scene or an intimate scene on a film set, so you know, two actors get it together, we have to power off all monitors externally, and only the DP and the AC are actually watching. The director needs to see stuff if he or she is not actually watching the scene and how it's playing out, and the script supervisor also has to do their job. So we provide what's called a courtesy monitor. It's normally a dumb monitor that's hooked up right there and then. This is mine, it's tiny for that very reason. Before I get all the nagging comments down below about what it's like filming an intimate scene, it's really weird, especially for an EVF. Yeah, it's not fun. It's not as fun as you would maybe think, and yeah, so we call it a courtesy monitor out of courtesy. Everything else is all closed doors. Everyone's offset. It's only HOD, so that's head of department, and everyone that the HOD needs. So yeah, this thing's been heavily used as a script supervisor, witness monitor, or courtesy monitor. And the ghosting could be because of that. It's not the best, but that does show you just how easy a solution this is. $6.99 cable from Amazon Prime. It's probably cheaper on eBay. It's probably even cheaper on AliExpress. Before everyone complains about stuff made in China, everything's made in China because they make awesome stuff. So if you buy cheap, you'll get cheap. Just do your research on that. The monitor itself, £30 on eBay. You're looking at £30 to £100 depending on the level of monitor that you want to use. So again, just to run over the protocol very briefly: power, lead, power on your device, lead, and then removing it, lead, power, literally just as simple as lead, or you can leave that one in, and then power, and power, and that's it. That's as simple as it is. Someone left a comment saying you don't have to power on the devices. I think that's in my video, that the status of the device doesn't really matter so long as it's receiving power. However, some of these devices don't ground until powered on. I just wouldn't risk it, just literally for the sake of 30 seconds turning things on. It might be the difference between you smiling or crying. So that's it. That's the end of the USB-C to HDMI. It does work if you've got HDMI monitor. $6.99, $5.99, $7.99. Just keep going. What you want to look for is a nice braided, shielded USB-C to HDMI. Normally they're 4K 60 Hertz, I believe. Just look for one that works really well with a MacBook and you'll be laughing, because that's what these are really designed for: MacBooks, smartphones, Nintendo Switches, etc, etc. If you get one that can run all of those, great. If you are looking on Amazon, what I did notice when I was doing my research is if you scroll to the last image, they'll tell you what it won't work with, as opposed to telling you at the start. And if it doesn't work with a lot of devices, it's crap. So buy something better. Spend an extra £2 to save an extra couple thousand. I'm not saying by any means that that will blow your camera. I'm not also saying that it's the safest way to do things. I personally would urge you to get an SDI device or wait for the Blackmagic monitor. That would be my preference. I'm probably not going to continue to monitor this way because I don't have to. I'm very comfortable with SDI Protocol, and I'm very comfortable, and my AC is great with SDI Protocol. So this is just a test for you guys really, and everyone out there that's unsure or maybe thinking about getting a Pyxis but you don't want to spend on monitor after monitor and lead, and you're unsure about the whole SDI thing. I wholeheartedly recommend that you're still very careful, follow protocol, and pick up the Blackmagic monitor when they arrive. Blackmagic, if you are watching, I would love one, please. Hopefully I'm getting better at this, but we'll see. It's a journey, as with everything in life. But coming up on the channel, I have got the footage from Cardiff Bay where I went through every single resolution on the Pyxis. Also did a side-by-side with a 6K, so that you can see the difference in the two, crop factor, quality, and all the rest of that jazz. It's just very quick, dirty footage, but I am learning from grading it all about the Pyxis and everything else, and that's why the video's taking a little bit longer. I want to be au fait with understanding this camera's dynamic roll and highlight roll off and how that pushes and pulls in the edit suite. So pointless me sitting down in front of the camera and talking to you about the image and how it's handling the dynamic range in a real scene if I don't understand it myself. So I'm just digesting that at the moment, but I hope to have that video out pretty soon, probably over the weekend. I've also got a couple of other ideas. I've started a forum thread on Blackmagic about the autofocus system, so that's most likely going to be the next video. Wonderful autofocus on this camera, so watch this space if you want to find out more. I'm also going to be uploading another video on another feature that Blackmagic don't really shout about with this camera. No, it's not the gyro stabilization, although I do intend on doing one of those videos because I really want to test that myself. But yeah, stick around if you want to find out what that video is going to be about. It should drop within the next week or so. I am going to be working on the footage. That footage will be coming soon, so you can see. I put a still in the community section if you want to see an example of that footage. It's beautiful. It's really just beautiful. I've got no other words for it. Okay, and just to wrap up, I just want to finish on the note to say that all I'm offering is my advice. It's based on decades of actually being in the real film industry and broadcast industry, and what I've learned along doing roles from running cables right the way up to now DP. I'm not telling you what to do. It's not gospel. I don't have a rule book for you. I do have experiences of where people haven't done these things and it's gone really bad. If you choose to listen, great. If you want to chat about it, that's even better. If you want to ignore me, no problem. You do you, and you have your own opinion, and I believe that's how the world should be. We should all use our brains. If you just want to shout at me because I'm wrong because some YouTuber told you differently, that's absolutely fine too. I feel sorry for you. There's better ways of talking to each other. For everybody else that's genuinely had some lovely conversations with me and we've chatted about things and maybe you still don't agree or vice versa, and the people that have left the positive comments, I just want to say a massive thank you. I think you're a superstar. For most people, they just watch the video and move on. You liked it and you commented, and it really is the thought that counts with me. So I appreciate the thought. I love the chat. I'm actually going to hopefully meet up with one of you soon to have a cup of coffee and chat through a few bits and bobs. And like, that's the kind of guy I am. There's too many gatekeepers in this industry. There's too many naysayers, and there's too many negative people. If you're one of the people leaving constructive comments down below and positive comments down below, I really do think you're a superstar, and the world needs more of you. So thank you very much. I really can't thank you enough. If it's the week, then I hope you've had a fabulous week, or you're having a fabulous week. If it's the weekend, I hope you're having the best weekend ever, and I will see you again soon.